Right, I'm going to talk about our Essential Namibia Wildlife Safari. This is basically the wildlife version of our birding safari. They have very similar itineraries, but obviously on this we focus more on the wildlife rather than the birds. So again, we start off in Windhoek with a night to settle in, and from there head through down to Sossusvlei on the border of the Namaqua Park in the Namib Desert. A fantastically scenic drive through to Sossusvlei. We spent 2 nights there. On our full day, we'll take a drive through to Sossusvlei, which is the site of the impressive red sand dunes with the dead trees set against them. One of Namibia's classic spots, so always worthwhile to visit. From there, we head through to the Atlantic coast. Also, in the Namib Desert, although it is on the coast, so it's a lot cooler, but it's very dry. Get virtually no rain. Most of the desert life is fed by the fogs that come off the cold ocean. So 2 nights in Swakopmund, a very quaint German-style town. On our full day, we'll have a living desert tour into the Namib Dune Sea to learn about some of the fantastic creatures that live in what looks like at first glance a rather lifeless environment, but it's got some incredible creatures there. From there, we head up past the Cape Cross seal colony on the coast and through to Damaraland, a very rugged and remote part of Namibia, and home to the famous desert adapted elephant population that roam the whole of northwest Namibia, basically unhindered by any fences or anything man-made really. So we have a fantastic day trip out to look for these desert elephants, often found in the Abahuab River Valley. Beautiful environment with massive trees growing along the riverbed in an otherwise very dry environment. So that's a fantastic experience. From there up to Etosha, Namibia's premier big game destination and one of the best big game parks in Africa. The waterhole viewing there in the dry season, which is when we visit, is second to none. So we have 4 nights there in 2 different camps with basically full days of game drives, taking in all that we can really. From there, we got 1 more stop to break up the journey back to Windhoek. We stop at lodge in the Eronga Conservancy, a very rocky and scenic area at a semi-luxurious lodge. So a wonderful way just to end off this essential Namibia wildlife tour before we drop you back at the airport.